Okay, I'm gonna make this video now. Um, I don't want to do it in the garage, but yeah, I just picked this up. This is a 2014 Street Glide, and it's in this awesome color. It's amber whiskey, and I figure I'm gonna show it now before I start modifying it too much. I started seeing how this came apart because I know somebody's gonna powder coat some stuff for me, so I'm looking at it. It's a little dirty there. That's fine. Yeah, so far I'm loving it. I haven't got to ride it too much yet. It's got like 16,000 miles on it. My buddy works at a Harley dealership, and he got me, I think, a pretty decent deal on it. Someone started like blacking some things out, and I'm gonna change some other things. The only thing I've modified so far is I got a black one of these. Chrome one's over there somewhere, but I'm gonna keep blacking stuff out. This is gonna get blacked out, the docking hardware. Old lady was on the back. She wanted a backrest. I think they're ugly, so I had to get like a cool sissy bar. That's still coming. We gotta do something with this antenna. It's got slip-on mufflers. It's mostly stock. Slip-on mufflers. They're Screaming Eagles. I'm gonna do some kind of exhaust on it. Not quite sure yet what I'm gonna do. I have an intake coming. I'm gonna get a tuner. Gonna figure out the exhaust, and I'll do those all at the same time. I'm gonna, like I said, black out. That's gonna be black. Some of the covers and the pegs and the levers and stuff are gonna get blacked out. Probably the dash. That might wait a little bit. They're a little expensive. Someone did this windshield. It's a Harley windshield. I don't like it. I'm changing it. I get a lot of wind with the vent open or closed right in the top of my face, and it's like right in my eyes to the point of where it's buffering. And anything over, I'd say 55 with a headwind, and you're not wearing a helmet, a full face, it's like unbearable. For my height, I'm like 5'11"-ish, and it's just how I'm sitting. It's just not comfortable. So a different windshield that should cure that. I was looking for a stock one, couldn't find it, so I got a Clockworks. We'll throw that on there. I have these in black. The only complaint I really have so far, besides the windshield, but that's aftermarket, the headlight from factory, terrible. So we have an LED one coming. Black housing. I got a black bezel for that. My truck's leaking oil, transmission fluid. So I'm gonna start modifying stuff, and I'm gonna make a better video outside of it. Yeah, that's how that's gonna go. So I just wanted to show it pretty much how it is now before I get too far along. Okay, this is the Rogue Riders Industries lights, and they're called Black Label. Packaging is kind of cool. They sent me some stickers, and these are for the front turn signals. The faces are black. They just plug and play, and then some black lenses. And I mean, the kit seems pretty nice. I've seen somewhere online that they have a lifetime warranty. I don't know if that's true, but I just installed them, and they look pretty sick. Even with the black lenses, it's clear and bright as day. Okay. Usually with the smoke lenses, it's a little bit harder to see, but I mean, I was kind of impressed, especially by the packaging. I mean, I'm gonna throw these on the front and then take a look at those. Okay, I got the fronts in. They look pretty cool. These are Harley smoked setup. I just installed these black housings and whatnot, but it came with these smoked lenses, and that's factory. That looks much better, much darker. Let's see what it does. I might have gotten that one wrong. Okay, I think I was just pinching the one wire when I put it together. I was pushing on something weird on like the connector twist socket. Those are pretty bright. I had to put sunglasses on to diagnose that. And then I was turning the key on and off, and it would flash amber, and that was bright. So that's cool. And yeah, I'm liking that. That's way better than factory, and they're bright, and they look good. Okay, we're changing the headlight now. Get rid of that chrome. Took the ring off. I have a black ring that has a slight visor to it. We're changing out with this. Once again, Moon's Motorcycle Culture. The box is nice. That's the light. It's supposed to be like super bright, like real bright. Only problem I don't like is that stupid thing. So we're gonna put these two wires together, and that one we're gonna do a heat shrink butt connector and send it. Had to get an adapter harness. Came with some pretty sick stickers, and we're gonna wire them. Okay, doing a quick update. This is my Harley I was making a video on. I think it was on my phone, but I got a new wheel. It's from a CVO. I have brake rotors, and I forgot where I left off, but I'm powder coating all the chrome to black. And I started doing like the brackets here. These are gonna go get black slowly but surely. I'll show you what I have. I got new handlebars right there. That's new to the shop. I got that a couple months ago. And I started doing powder coating here because everybody's unreliable. So I just been buying, this is a Summit Wet Black. That's $70 from Harbor Freight. I got a blast cabinet. And these things are pretty worthless from new. So I thought maybe I could start getting into this cheap. I'm already planning on upgrading this. I've had it for like a week. So first thing you want to do is silicone all of the seams on there, because it will leak. This leaks here, but you want to make the glass replaceable, so I don't know what the hell I'm going to do about that. It had a siphon tube, which is terrible, so I built this little thing off the trap door there that introduces air into there, and it's gravity fed, and it did not work out of the box. That actually does work. This is a dust collector. It goes on top of a Home Depot box. That's 50 bucks. Comes with this hose, and you just mount it in there. My hose on this rigid vac is a little small, so it just kind of sits there, but it works pretty good. That keeps the vacuum from clogging up and the filter from clogging up, and all the dust and media that would get sucked through there ends up in the bottom of the bucket. You could dump it back in or toss it. But it's working fairly well. I blew a couple of these fittings and the hoses off. I had the pressure a little too high. I want to replace that gun if I do keep this thing for a little bit longer. This is where the media comes in and goes through here. Before it was like a siphon feed, which is junk. So I started powder coating. That's a $20 Walmart toaster, and it's actually been working pretty good. I'll show you what I have. So this was the first piece I ever did. This is a starter cover. It's a little dusty, but I didn't do too much on the inside, but it looks pretty good. Then I did the tips, and then I did these little brackets for the muffler, and they came out pretty good. There's no like dry spots or anything like that. They're actually pretty shiny. Then I did these legs here. I have one on, I did these legs here, and I have the other one on the bike. These had cheap, this is all going over chrome, by the way. These rotors had like a cheap coating on them of chrome, and it kept trying to peel. So let me try and find a bad spot. I think that's the better rotor. You could see there's a couple little imperfections, but from far away. Excuse the light. But it was kind of hard to do in the toaster oven. I did the backside first, and see how it got a little hazy looking, and then I put it down. I did the tops. If I had a bigger oven and I could stand it up, I could do it all at the same time. This piece is another motor bracket. This is what I'm actually most proud of. This fit in the oven. I was able to string it upright, and this actually came out pretty sick. So I want to be able to do the big pieces on there, and this is a infrared light, and you can see how it's starting to change. I just put this on a minute ago. This was pretty cheap off of eBay. So once this powder flows out, it take 8 minutes at a certain temperature at 380 degrees, whatever the powder says. So that's 160 something degrees. The tray's 209. I'm gonna drop this a little bit lower, get it closer, and see how it does. I'm gonna try and do these big pieces here. I'm gonna try and like string them up and then do like one side and then move the light over and do it again. It's kind of the plan, but that's just a little powder coating setup. You can see I bought some powders there. It's working out pretty good. Okay, I'm going to close out this video here. I got a whole video stored on my phone. I just want to get the videos out. I've been posting a bunch of stuff. This is going to be a 2-year update on the Harley and everything I did to it real quick. I'm going to be better at showing more stuff I've done to it. I didn't show anything really of building it. I got some stuff on order for it. I'm going to be doing more to it this year. I'm going to talk about that real quick, and I'm just going to run through it and then get this video posted. Okay, so this is it here. I showed it before. This was my 2014 Amber Whiskey Street Glide, and it looks nothing like the start of this video. So to start things off, it's got different rotors, CVO front wheel. I showed these with a Rogue Rider, and I did the black housings on that. We did the new headlight and this trim bezel, Clockworks flare. What else do we do? Different highway pegs. These are black. These were chrome. Passenger pegs and the highway pegs. Did these. These are awesome. I really like these. That's pretty sure these are Arlen Ness. Blacked out everything. I had a problem with the shift linkage where it was wiggling too much. I changed the bushing in here. It wasn't good enough. It was hard to find neutral. So we changed out this, and that looks a lot better. I originally had a cover that went over the factory linkage, but it was a little worn. That's all blacked out. Everything on the motor's blacked out. Luckily the motor was black and this wasn't chrome from factory. Did the valve covers. There's a cover here on the, I guess it's a steering stabilizer of some sort. Chin spoiler, that wasn't there from factory. Extended side covers, extended bags. It's the factory Harley lids. Those are Bad Dad stretch kit. I did a Rockford, I think it's a stage 2 kit. We did bag liners. Those are, I don't remember where those are from. This thing, I think that's gonna go, and I think I'm gonna get a Razor tour pack for it. This is a Whiplash custom seat. This dash, I don't remember who it was. Oh, Yaffe, whatever his name is, Paul Yaffe, and it's something Baggers. This is terrible quality. I had to screw with it so long to get the fit, and then it came with a chrome gas cap, and I had to find a black one. They didn't have an option for a black one. Those were 12-inch bars, I'm pretty sure. I didn't run everything through them because they're a pain in the ass with that sharp bend in there. Different grips, levers. I'm going to get different levers again with these holes in there. They kind of hurt your fingers after a while, especially on the clutch side. They kind of like tear your fingers up. This works good with my phone case. It does have a tune, the Vance & Hines system that doesn't do a whole lot of anything except make it run. It just tunes it enough to make it run. But it's just got slip-ons that came with the bike and get rid of those ugly ass tips. And the intake, I think that's also Arlen Ness. There's just a cover on the ignition. I'm trying to think of anything else. It's got the full rear air ride kit, fast up kit. It's gonna get front air ride eventually, a center stand, and a fat tire kit in the front. The 18-inch fat tire with a shaved brake rotor on this side and a big brake on the other side. I think it's a 6-piston brake on the other side is what it's gonna get, and then I'll probably sell the CVO wheel. But it's been great. You know, I'm gonna do an oil change on it come spring. It's the middle of winter right now. I took this out in the beginning of February. We had a couple nice days. But we're going to do some work to this, hopefully soon. But it's been good to me. I'd like to build the motor or throw a cam in there. The factory power is not enough. It needs a little bit more get up and go. I think it needs to be somewhere closer to 100 horse. I'll settle for a cam and, you know, whatever that gets me. Maybe cam and heads. But it's been pretty good. I like it. It's filthy sitting in here. I'm just going to do a wash, clean it up. The black and paint and everything is a little dusty and dirty. I'm probably going to end up clay barring it and get a full detail on it. But she is sitting nice and pretty. I'd like to get that front a little bit lower on the center stand, so just sit even and dropped. Oh, looks sick. I'm not sure. The other thing I'm thinking about doing is getting rid of those factory emblems and doing like the CVO style emblems. And that tour pack in the front. I'm definitely doing the front. Hopefully it's in the budget for this year. But so that's the bike. It's a 2-year review. Nothing's really gone wrong with it besides the shift lever was a little hard to do. I did a full oil change and transmission fluid and everything like that, and then I just changed everything. It'll probably need a rear tire soon. That's no big deal, and everything else is fine. Could use a little bit more power, but from factory it definitely was not the best bike. The headlights sucked. It didn't have the factory windshield. I have ridden them with factory windshields. They're fine. The one that came on this, the HD one, garbage. Everything I changed fits me, suits me. So, you know, do your bike how you want, but I'm comfortable with the bars that high. If they're any higher, I probably wouldn't like them. Didn't like them down low. The air ride is awesome. If you're thinking about doing it, I highly recommend that. It's a better ride. And you can drop it down and get a better push to back it up in other spots. You're not going to be on your tippy toes. That's one feature of it. That's really awesome. But I'm going to do some more work to it, and we're going to ride more this year. So that's that.